Your spouse is not a narcissist. Your spouse is dealing with the spirit of pride. The problem with labeling your spouse a narcissist, especially if you are a believer, is that the world labels them narcissists and the world believes that narcissists cannot change. But if we know that we don't fight flesh and blood and we serve a God that we believe can redeem and heal, why are you subscribing to the idea that your spouse is a narcissist? The Bible tells us that we are not to conform to the world. So that means that our ways of thinking, our ways of being, the way that we see things must align with Christ instead of the world. Now, those prideful tendencies that we see in those that the world likes to label narcissism is usually an indication that there was some type of trauma or wounds inflicted on them when they were children. Usually what you see in the people that are now exhibiting these, what the world would call narcissistic tendencies, are children who had to grow up too fast. Maybe they were neglected or abandoned. They didn't really receive the love that they needed as children. And so this is why with certain types of narcissists, we see that they have this grandiose sense of self, right? Sometimes they belittle other people. Sometimes they can be really malicious, but really what it is they lack a sense of self-worth. And so everything that you see outwardly, everything that they project, it's a false sense of security. It's a false sense of love for oneself. The way that you deal with these prideful tendencies is, number one, understanding that what they're doing doesn't validate you and it doesn't invalidate you. You have to take yourself out of it and look at it objectively. The second thing you need to do is seek the Lord about what is the root cause. What was the trauma that took place? Was it a generational thing? Because there's always a spiritual root. Thirdly, this is going to be the hardest thing because it requires you dying to your flesh. It will require you to put yourself aside and to be very selfless, but it's giving that person unconditional love. That unconditional love does not mean that you're just allowing them to do certain things, but you are putting yourself in a position to bring them conviction in a loving way. By doing that, you're not accepting any blame, but you are gently putting the onus back on God. The world says that narcissists can't change, but I serve a God who can do all things, and I know and believe that God can absolutely soften and change the heart of a narcissist.